Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
What up, Zoom Tribe? People keep asking me why I moved to Thailand. What is it like? What do I like so much about it? Would I ever live in the Matrix again? Etc., etc., etc. By the end of this video, you will know if Thailand is for you or not. Come on. I'm the Travel OG, and I traded in my Hollywood lifestyle for the sexy beaches of Pattaya, Thailand. Zoom to Thailand with your man, Richie Mack, the Travel OG. Well, all right, y'all. I'm going to give you the top 10 reasons why I moved to Thailand, and you can decide for yourself if I'm a genius or an idiot. Now, I'm doing my list in order from 1 to 10 of why I moved to Thailand. So pay attention, because the reasons I have might not be in the order you think. I bet I can guess what you think the number one reason is. But is it? Here are my top 10 reasons why I decided to retire in Thailand. Number 1, peace of mind. With all the stress that goes on all over the world, no matter where you're from, Australia, England, India, Africa, and America, the peace of mind you get here in Thailand is like nowhere else in the world that I've ever traveled. And I've been a lot of places, y'all, from Mexico to Monaco. For a man, peace of mind is at the top of the list as you get older. So number 1 on the list is peace of mind and living stress-free. If anyone disagrees with me on this being the number 1 reason, you haven't lived enough life yet. Number 2, cost of living. Anyone who disagrees with this must have had a silver spoon in their mouth all of their lives. Because what's most important to anyone around the world is to get the most for your money, especially when you're on a set income. This is why people move out of major cities into rural areas, so they can get more for their money and, of course, peace of mind, like I said in reason number 1. As you know, I've been living in Thailand for a couple of years, so anyone that doesn't live here or hasn't lived here can't even give me an opinion. That's like a person telling a person that's never been to jail what it's like to be in jail. It don't make no sense. So I've been living in Thailand for a couple of years, and going back to my house in LA, I can't afford to live here anymore. At least not in the capacity I'm used to living. I ordered Uber Eats for one person, and it comes out to almost $60 a pop. I can only imagine what a Starbucks date costs now. There's a grocery store by my house called Gelson's here in Studio City, California. Man, you can't walk in there and pick up just a few items without spending $100 easy. I can get damn near a month worth of groceries in Pattaya, and that will last me damn near a month. I'm exaggerating a little bit. My groceries in Pattaya for a month is about $350. There's another store out here in Pattaya called Villa Market where you can get a lot of the things from America, but those prices are triple. So if you want to taste the home bad enough for the right price, they'll probably have that as well. Here's another example. The security guard came to us and started putting our groceries away without anybody asking for help. He just came over and did it, man. This is what people do out here. It's very respectful. People are kind. People are cool. He ain't getting nothing extra. But of course, you know, we had to give him a little tip or something like that. But the point I'm making is, this is how people behave. Look how they bow their heads in appreciation and respect. Do they do that in the Matrix? I have retired military people writing in and asking me if they can live on $6 or $7 grand a month. In Thailand, in the right area, you can live like a king for $6 or $7 grand a month. But to me, that's overkill. If you live alone, you can live comfortably for about $2,500 a month. Shout out to all my people on the East Coast that rocks with me. Shout out to Boston, New York, DMV area, and the 215.
Jeffrey from Philadelphia. I was a sailor for the government. I just retired in 2020. Been coming over to Asian countries for 20 years.
You said nobody believed you at first.
No, they didn't believe me. They still don't believe me. You can't make this shit up.
You can't make this up. My people on the East Coast paying those high-ass rental prices, the cost of rent alone where you are can damn near cover your entire cost of living in Thailand. Now, I'm not talking about a car note and extra stuff like that. I'm talking about basic living, apartment, food, rent, utilities, internet. You can get that done easy for about $2,500 a month. How much bang for your buck can you get in the Matrix for $2,500 a month all in without living in an area where your life is constantly in danger? Moving on. If you have a companion or wife or girlfriend, put another $1,000 or so on top of that. And for the most part, you good. Once again, I don't want people in the comments section playing the numbers game because once again, it's all contingent on your spending habits and what you enjoy doing. Example, I spend twice as much as that because I bought a condo and I have extra expenses like traveling. Thailand is in Southeast Asia near Vietnam, Cambodia, Bali, China, Japan, and Korea. These countries are all within a 2 to 6 hour flight range, and depending on which of these countries you choose to fly to, that will alter the price of your monthly expenses, obviously, not to mention eating out and whatever your choice of entertainment is. Here's another example, golf.
That's not the bunker bill, god damn it.
I like to golf with my buddies. I like to golf with my Patreon members. I like to golf with my consultation people. So between golfing twice a week, eating out afterwards, that would cost me up to $200 a week, which is roughly $800 a month. And that's on top of all of the regular bills like rent, food, gas, etc. Golf is my therapy. Golf is my exercise. Golf is the camaraderie between friends. So to me, the extra $800 a month is worth it. Someone else might be happy with a gym membership of $60 a month. And for other people that enjoy going to bars, eating out every night, and all the fun that goes along with that, that's gonna run the tab up. You see what I mean? It really depends on you and your happiness. But because the price of living is so affordable here, I can move my money around and do different things that I would never be able to do in the Matrix. The cost of living not only is a major factor, but if you don't budget your money correctly, it can go all bad and you'll be heading home with your tail between your legs, making excuses and blaming everybody else about how some woman took advantage of you or whatever. I'm gonna tell you this, no one that I've seen in Thailand gets taken advantage of unless they allow themselves to get taken advantage of. It's not like people are running up on you with the heater and patting your pockets. This is one of the safest places I've ever been, which leads me to reason number 3, safety. All right, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. It's 12 o'clock at night. I'm in a seedy little area with a closed off ATM and pulling out money. And I feel completely safe. Looking behind my back. I feel completely safe. Where in the Matrix can you be somewhere and completely unfamiliar and go out at 4 a.m. down a dark alley to an ATM, pull out $1,000 and not feel the type of way? Here you can. Now, I'm not saying it's 100% sure nothing will ever happen, but what I will say is it's highly unlikely that anyone from Thailand will do anything to disturb your peace and threaten your safety, unless you do something extremely disrespectful. Then the safety thing goes out the window because Thais stick together when it comes to issues with foreigners. That's just a fact. A classic example is during Songkran, which is their new year. It's a water festival. If you come outside, you're gonna get wet. You're gonna get splashed. You're gonna get super soaked. It doesn't matter if you're wearing swimming trunks or your Sunday best. You're going to get rained on. And as a lot of you might know, Black people, especially black women, do not like having water thrown on them or getting their hair wet in any scenario, unless they're prepared.
Stop crying out here in Thailand. It's going crazy out here, y'all. You dig? Super soakers all up in the building. Everybody having a good time? No issue, no drama. It's just Thailand, you understand me?
In this particular instance, there was this buff brother who was arrogant, cocky, and filled with the Matrix mentality. He had the attitude like, ain't nobody better not throw no water on me. And sure enough, he walked down one of them soys with his chest poked out, and he got about 10 steps down, and they unloaded on him. As he tried to put hands on the first super soaker, it seemed like the entirety community rained down on him and gave him the business. By the time the police showed up, they took the Matrix man to jail. Even the police get water thrown on them on this particular holiday. People throwing water in Thailand on Songkran is the equivalent of America's shooting fireworks on the 4th of July. This is how they celebrate.
All right, you guys, this is what it looks like at the end of a Songkran day. They put this pasty stuff on you, man. All I see is big eyes and paste.
Yeah, it is. So outside of you disrespecting the locals, you will feel extremely safe at night walking in the streets of Pattaya alone. Even women are seen walking the streets alone at night, and nobody bothers them. Once again, I'm not saying this place is perfect, but compared to where we come from, this place is paradise. The police don't even look you in the eye, but if you get out of pocket, you will be dealt with. Number 4, food. Thailand has some of the best cuisine in the world. The variety is incredible. The street food is just as good. For a person that's balling on a budget, you can get a good meal of street food that will fill you up for less than $4. If you're scared of the street food, they still have the typical Burger King, McDonald's, KFC, and Sizzler. And speaking of street food, they have some of the best fried chicken at McDonald's and Burger King. They even have a spot in Bangkok that's Korean themed. I can't remember the name of the Korean spot in Bangkok, and it's in a mall. If you want to get upscale, they have steak houses, seafood restaurants, fine dining restaurants, and hotels. The food is amazing. Number 5, customer service. I have yet to be in any place in Thailand where the customer service was not good or anybody just had an attitude for no reason. I've never seen someone in customer service that doesn't smile or say hello or bow their head in respect. I've never seen a Thai person snap at someone just because they were having a bad day. When I say customer service, I'm talking about everything from hotels to excursions to fast food to restaurants. It just does not happen. I'm sure there's instances of situations like this, but I've never seen. Check out one of my consultation guys that's now doing this thing in Pattaya.
All right, y'all, here we go. My consultation is now running the bar out here in Pattaya. What's the name of your spot? Huh? Poison on Soy. Poison, y'all. This is Poison on Soy 6. Y'all see it? You gotta come through, check it out. When y'all in town, come to Poison on Soy 6.
Hey, what's up, Zoom Tribe? Just got off the phone with Richie Mack, the Travel OG. That consultation was very insightful and helpful in planning my stay in Thailand. We talked from everything from hotel stays, different venues and places I can visit, from food to women, everything. I advise you guys to get your consultations. Zoom to Thailand.
My man booked the consultation, figured it out, and without my help, became a manager at a bar on Soy 6. Now let's get down to what you guys probably thought I was going to say first, which is number 6, companionship. Now, just to be clear, companionship is not the same as entertainment. Companionship means a girlfriend, a wife, a fiance, a helpmate, a significant other. Entertainment is something different, and I'm going to talk about women later on, but right now we're talking about companionship. Of course, at the core, all women are the same emotionally, but in terms of the software, women out here sit in their femininity. Any woman 35 and up, I can almost guarantee you that these women fall into the traditional roles quite easily. And when I say traditional roles, I mean taking care of you, taking care of the house, doing the things that men don't usually like doing, and doing things that some women in the Matrix take for granted. Being a companion. I had a big debate about this the other night at my friend's house. I made a post about a single parent mother, and I mentioned in the post that she was fit, feminine, friendly, and cooperative. The women in the Facebook post went off. They got mad and upset because I said the word cooperative. Is it so bad in the Matrix now that to say a woman is cooperative is now a bad thing? I remember in school, we had 3 letters. A-E-E was the cooperation, the grade, and the work ethic. Now cooperative is a bad word. Man, how can cooperation be perceived as a bad thing? It blew my mind and made me realize this is one of the reasons I could never live in the Matrix again. Everything is upside down. We started talking about the lyrics to a rapper named Dirty Red or something like that. I think that's her name. She says some of the most vile things, but that's okay. But if you say a woman is cooperative, that's a bad word. Don't get me wrong, there's other countries that have fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative women also. These are usually Latin countries, Asian countries, and African countries. I haven't been to Africa yet, but I'm still trying to make that happen in 2024. Imagine if you're 50 plus. Retirement age in Thailand is 50, by the way. And you meet a 35, 40-year-old nurse or doctor that's fit, single, feminine, friendly, cooperative, and is willing to do her part in a relationship with no questions asked. I know it sounds hard to believe, but believe me, it's possible. Extremely possible. You can go to Suni's barbershop and run into a fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative woman. If I was lying or exaggerating, you guys would have heard about it. There are too many people flying in and out of Thailand now, and you don't hear anybody refuting my story of substance. If they are, bring the receipts. Usually, when it's a problem, it's usually because a lot of men lie to women and tell them what they think they want to hear, like in the Matrix. Men do that all the time. But in Thailand, the software is different. As long as you're honest and upfront and respectful, there's a good chance you will never have that problem. And when I say companionship, I mean, it doesn't take long for you guys to learn each other. Anybody that rocks with Zoom to Thailand,
Listen to me now, believe me later on.
Number 7, hospitals and dentistry. Speaking of nurses, the hospitals are some of the best in the world. I referred to the cost of living earlier, and hospital visits and regular doctor visits are mad affordable. I know a man and he told me he had his appendix removed, and when he got his bill the next day, something that may have cost $10,000 or $15,000 in the US, he got it for $450 for his appendix removed. I'm not exaggerating, this really happened. Same thing with dentistry. Do you need your grill fixed or tuned up? They have state-of-the-art facilities at reasonable prices. You have the service equivalent to what you would find in the Matrix, minus the greed. They do great work for a fair price. Now this is for the basic stuff. Checkups, x-rays, CAT scans, and major and minor dental work. It can all be done at an affordable price. My suggestion, if you decide to move out here, is to get health insurance for around $2,000 a year. You can get the top of the line health insurance, especially if you're getting up in age, because you never know what could happen. But the healthcare is top notch. If you haven't seen the episode with me going to get a CAT scan, check out that episode. I show receipts and everything.
Make this up, man.
Number 8, infrastructure. This actually could have been closer to the top of the list for me, because I don't care where you go, if the internet isn't consistent and the water and electricity isn't consistent, if modern amenities aren't consistent, that's a deal breaker for me. I've heard some good things about Africa. I've heard some inconsistencies about Africa. Regardless, I'm still going to Africa. But a lot of brothers are actually trying to make their way back to Thailand. Shout out to Taylor Made Dreams. The internet in Thailand is just as good, if not better, as the internet in the US. Now, Bali in the Philippines, I don't think it's anywhere near as good as it is in Thailand. Number 9. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. Women. Now, if I was in my 20s or 30s, my priorities would probably be different. But the difference is I'm in Thailand, the Philippines, Colombia, Brazil, Africa. As long as you're financially stable, you will not have a problem finding a woman. A beautiful, attractive woman. In the Matrix, it's different. This is why I keep telling you guys, you gotta get out of there, because there's no upside in the Matrix. I don't even recommend you find one and bring her back to the Matrix. As the clock ticks, it's just a matter of time before the virus infects her as well. So whenever you go to a place where it seems the women have the men outnumbered, you can afford to be more selective with what you settle down with. Now don't get me wrong, I see a woman that's attractive. In our eyes, she will immediately take priority over everything else we discussed. But like I tell you guys in the consultations, do not settle down with the first woman you meet. I'm gonna say it again. Do not settle down with the first woman you meet. I got a complete episode about this in my Patreon where I show you guys the woman I had before L. Bad, big legs, massages every night. The get down was on demand. I was new to Thailand, so I didn't know any better. I came to find out later on she was a nut job. We ignore the warning signs when we see something attractive, especially when they hokey pokey game is off the chain. But don't fall for this, gentlemen. Check out the Patreon so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But outside of that, the women are just icing on the cake. That completes the mission when you have 1 through 7 on your list. Then you have a beautiful person on the inside and out to share it with. Once you lock in on all cylinders, other than family, you will probably never want to go back to the Matrix, especially to live. And another thing, people always make it seem like it's a bad thing and people want to go to a different country and have fun. I disagree. As long as you're respectful, as long as you're not taking advantage of people or the situation, as long as you obey all the laws and spend the money to help the community, who is anyone to judge if you're not ready to get married? Pattaya is like Las Vegas to me. I don't really hear people putting down people going to Las Vegas just to gamble. That's their business. As long as they're not stealing chips or rigging the slot machine, everybody moves on about their business. Now don't get me wrong, finding a wife or helpmate is an ideal situation, but don't let anyone pressure you into doing something you're not ready to do. I get it all the time in the comment section. When are you gonna marry L? When are you gonna put a ring on it? When are you gonna tie the knot? And the same people that are asking me probably ain't married themselves. Now don't get me wrong, I know they're coming from a good place, but I like to move at my own pace. And the last thing I would say about this subject, do not rush into anything. Take your time. I can't stress this enough. Now, number 10, nightlife. When you first get to Thailand, you can't get enough of the nightlife. There's so much to do, so many places to go, so much activity, you never run out of ways to spend money in Thailand. And the nightlife is no different. The reason why this is number 10 on my list is because after you've been here for so many years, you don't go out as much. At least I don't. I'm home editing Zoom to Thailand videos for you guys, so I rarely go out. But when I do, I'm quickly reminded of how much fun it is going out. Walking Street. You can never go wrong with Walking Street because there's so much to do on that half-mile strip of land, right behind the beach. Everything from bars to go-go bars to restaurants to gift shops. It's like Venice Beach on steroids. From what I hear, they're trying to change the look of Walking Street and make it a more family-oriented place. But for now, it seems more like an adult playground. This is the one place in Pattaya that everyone needs to visit for different reasons. Of course, you have the obvious reasons, but you have a wide variety of restaurants, really good seafood, and Thai food. And this is the crazy part. There are so many places for entertainment that some people don't even go on Walking Street because there's so many other options. But the best looking women are usually found on Walking Street as far as go-go bars go. I know the women aren't as thick as you might find at Magic City or Texas or Miami, but these females look like something straight out of a magazine. They are usually petite and attractive. And even though the haters will tell you it's a bad thing, in my opinion, if you've never had an opportunity to meet or experience a beautiful woman in your life, why not shoot your shot? The turn down ratio here is a lot less likely than you'd have in the Matrix. To me, it's like if I could never afford to buy or rent a Ferrari, and then I go to a country where I can buy or rent a Ferrari for $100, why wouldn't I? To get in the driver's seat and ride around, shift the gears, and hearing the sound of that motor revving up and go, it's a no-brainer for me. For me, I'm gonna test out a Ferrari. I'm gonna test out a Porsche. I'm gonna test out a Tesla. I'm gonna test out a Lambo. Shoot, I might even test out the top of the line Kia. Especially if I've only been driving run-down American cars all my life. That's the best analogy I can give you. But make sure to put your seatbelt on. And I have to say thank you to my Patreon members. I see you guys are signing up to the Patreon and becoming part of the Zoom to Thailand family. I appreciate you guys. And since you guys stayed till the end, here's a bonus. Now, if you're thinking about visiting here, moving out here, or you just want to chop it up with the Travel OG, make sure to book your own personal session. My consultations are rated 10 out of 10, and I've done over 50 of these, y'all. I'm going to get you guys right. Click the link in the description. Get ready for Zoom Fest October 2024. People who sign up early will get a 20% discount if you're a Patreon member and a 10% discount if you're not. Either way, prepare to have the time of your life. Good people only, please. Haters and naysayers need to stay right where they are and get exactly what they deserve. Well, that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and it brought value to you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. And I'll catch you on the other side. Peace and love. And now, in the immortal words of Deion Sanders, give me my theme music.
Zoom to Thailand, hope you coming too. Richie Mack, travel OG with celebrity interviews. Get your passport, let's go. This is what you need for show. Brothers in Thailand and bikini babes at the beach. If you need more, he got it poppin'. Caddy of the day, we golfing. Really ain't a better option. Time to travel, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let's connect. Richie Mack, yeah, we steady vibing. Take a journey, let's get moving, cause we zooming right to Thailand. Hey, Richie Mack, travel OG, let's go.